Well, are you out of money, down on your luck? Does it feel like the walls could come crashing down at any minute? Familiar feeling? Well, then you'll want to hear this story. Please welcome our money coach, Bill Stanley. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Yes, I like to hear success stories, and I particularly like to hear getting out of debt success stories. Now, I met a local business owner, small business owner, a couple weeks ago. We'll call him Dave, and he had a story to tell, so I wanted to hear that. Now, 3 years ago, Dave was down in his luck and had sort of hit bottom. There were lots of problems. He had mounting medical bills, failing marriage, and a business with no records and no purpose. And individually, he had no direction in life. He had $65,000 worth of debt in credit cards and business debt and personal loans. And he told me, he said, you know, I just don't have a goal, a purpose. I have no plan for my business and no plan for my life.
And 3 years ago, this is when the economy kind of tanked.
Exactly. And he was not even sure if his business was making money or not. So today, the debt is gone. He paid it all off. The only debt he has now is a manageable debt on a small vehicle that he has for his business.
Interesting.
He got rid of more than half of his credit cards and used the rest of them sparingly. So I said, Dave, you know, how did you do this?
That's what we all want to know. How did you do this?
Well, first he went to a business coach, and the business coach made him write a business plan. And then they got together and figured out how to track cash flow, money in and money out of the business.
So he hadn't been doing any of this to that point?
No, it was just sort of going, day-to-day kind of thing. And then he and the business coach worked together to get achievable goals and steps to get those goals accomplished. And then he went to a life coach, and he sort of got a purpose back and a direction to go in life. And as far as the debts were concerned, he went cold turkey. He only spent money on shelter, transportation, and food. And I said, Dave, what prompted you to do this? How did we get going? And he said he realized it was time for change, and that the motivation, the impetus came from within, from his heart. And I said, well, what advice have you got for others that would be in your situation? And he said, first, ask for help. A lot of people don't like to ask for help, but that's the first thing he did. And second, he said, make sure you figure out a way to track your expenses, both in your business and in your life. And third, you know, get a purpose, get a goal. Your life has got to move in a certain direction. You know, get going with that. So I liked his story, and the purpose of telling the story is that there must be others out there that have debt, and that they need to make a change. But the change, the impetus for this change has got to come from within. You've got to make the decision. You've got to move in a different direction and just go for it.
And those decisions can be tough choices.
They can. The real thing is you've got to make the decision that things are going to change. That's really 50% of the problem right there.
And stick with it.
Exactly. But it's happened locally, and you know, if somebody's got a problem, they can solve it themselves.
65 grand in 3 years.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Dave, we love you, man. We'd love to hear that story. Keep them coming. If you have a story you want to share with us, email Bill. What's your address?
MoneyCoachBill@AOL.com.
Thanks for sharing it. Gives me hope.
Yes.